Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I can't tell if my video is recording. It is, okay, so that's a good sign. So the reason why my camera is facing this way, for you that are wondering, I got a new book today. I also got a poster with it. My poster is up on the wall, I'll show you guys that at the end. So today, I'm going to be looking through this new book, Legendary and Mythical Pokemon Guide. I have not looked at it yet. So, yeah, I'm going to react to this book. So, yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into this new book, shall we? For those wondering, the new poster is up there. It's Zamazenta, Zacian, and Eternatus. Alright, so here is the new book right here. Legendary Pokemon and Mythicals. I saw this at EB Games and I actually wanted it. Also, they gave me the shiny card for Eternatus, so really cool. I'm a big fan of it. So here we go. Here's the book. So there's Celebi and there is Lugia. And I do apologize for the spotlight on my light. Alright, so here we go. Meet the legendary and mythical Pokemon. The incredible legendary and mythical Pokemon you will discover in this book are straight out of the pages of Pokemon Legends. They're incredibly strong and far beyond the many other. Well, anyway, I'm not going to read all this, but yeah, here's the God of Pokemon, Arceus. And over on this side, we've got Maluetta, Meltan, and Mew. Anyways, let's open it up. And there's Mewtwo, and there is Mew, the legends and mythicals of the Kanto region. So yeah, so yeah, here we go. So we're kicking things off with Kanto. So here is the legendary birds of Kanto. We've got Articuno. We've got some writing down here. Articuno is known as the Freeze Pokemon. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read everything because I don't want this video going on for too long. And here is Moltres, the legendary bird that can really heat up the weather and the battlefield. If you spot Moltres, it means winter is done and spring is on its way. And then we've got my favorite legendary bird out of the three. That is Zapdos. Zapdos has always been my favorite. Zapdos. When a bolt of thunder hits Zapdos, its power increases. This legendary Pokemon can bend electricity to its will. And if you want to read the rest, you can pause the video. So, here's Mew again. Happy-go-lucky Mew is fun to be around, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't take it seriously. Yep, Mew is quite a serious. Mew is capable of learning like every frickin' TM and HM in existence. And here's Mewtwo again. Scientists created Mewtwo to manipulate its genes. If only they could have given it a sense of compassion. Mewtwo is amazingly powerful, but also extremely dangerous. Humans created Mewtwo's body, but they failed to give it a heart. Yeah, Mewtwo is deemed a very evil Pokemon. It is a genetic Pokemon, and it is a psychic type. And over here is Mewtwo's Mega forms, Mega X and Mega Y. Mega X is a psychic fighting, and Mega Y is psychic type, and here are the two Megas down there. Alright, so next we've got the legends and mythicals of the Johto region. I really do apologize for the spotlight of my light. I wish there was a way to get rid of it, but it pretty much follows everywhere, so maybe I can put the book on this side, maybe? I'm gonna have to move my controller. I don't like the spotlight. Ah, here we go. Maybe this will work. Nah, it's still gonna make it look bad. I'm sorry. Well, I sincerely apologize. I'm trying to sit down. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to sit and read this at the same time. I'm trying to sit and read this at the same time. Give me a sec. Anyway, here we are. Sorry, guys. I've now set myself back up. I've just realized, yeah, so I can't do anything about the brightness on the book. It's either I'm sitting under it's either I have the light on, and you can't see and you can see it, but if I have the light off, then you can't see it. So I do apologize for the white, but you can still see it. So here's the legend. So here's the legends and mythicals of Johto. We got Suicune, we got Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. Here's Celebi again. Celebi is known for time traveling, and then we've got Lugia over here. And then we've got Lugia over here. Many people like Lugia, but my favourite... no, he's not on this page. Well, here's Raikou, and here is Entei again. And then here is Suicune twice. So Suicune can clear and purify lakes and rivers. Here's the Aurora Pokemon. Where's... Hold on, where's Ho-Oh? Ah, here he is. I knew Ho-Oh was here. I was like, where's Ho-Oh? Here's my favourite one, Ho-Oh. I skipped over his page. But yeah, here's Ho-Oh. I like Ho-Oh. He's one of my favourites. Okay, so now we can go past. I did not mean to skip Ho-Oh. I thought he came later. Alright, so here's my, the region that I grew up with. The Hoenn region. This is the region I grew up with. This is Latios, and that is Latias. So, this is the region I grew up with. So, I know a lot more about these. Alright, so this is Deoxys. It has many different forms. It has a speed form, a defense form, an attack form. Well, that's the attack form, and that's its normal form. It is a DNA Pokemon. And also, and it also kind of goes over a little bit of backstory, because it mentions Ash in this book. It mentions Ash in this book, because I've been reading some of the stuff. Clearly it mentions Ash's adventures in this. And so here's Jirachi, and here's Kyogre. And this is its primal evolution here. That's its primal evolution. Yeah, Kyogre. I like Kyogre, but my favorite one is next. My boy Groudon. My boy Groudon, he has a primal evolution as well. Kyogre and Groudon are rivals. They do not like each other. Rayquaza is strong enough to tame them both. Rayquaza is like... Yeah, so like... Because it says here in this book here, it says that it stops the endless battles between Kyogre and Groudon. Rayquaza has a never-ending... So yeah, it always stops Groudon and Kyogre from basically destroying the Hoenn region. He's basically... He always stops battles between them because they don't like each other. And then we got the Eon duo. We got Latios over here and then Latias over here. They go over how Tobias had one, and I think, yeah, they go over that Tobias had one in the Sinnoh League. I'm surprised they didn't talk about the one from the movie. But yeah, there's Latias, and they also have Megas. As you can see down here, there's normal Latios, and then there's Mega. There's Mega Latias and Mega normal. Here's my favorite trio, the Reggie trio. We've got Reggie Ice, and then we've got Reggie Rock, and then we got Reggie Steel. And over here, they basically go over the events from... They talk about one of the chapters from the Pokemon anime, where they... Because it says, like, Ash, Dawn, Ash, Brock, and Dawn. This is, like, from the Sinnoh. It is the Battle Temple, and they basically go over an event that happened in the anime. Yeah, they basically go over a big battle. I think it was, Hunter J. She was trying to capture the Reggies as her collectors, and yeah, so Ash and friends had to basically prevent her from capturing them. So yeah, I do like this, but you guys are not interested in this. But yeah, that's basically, but yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then we got the Legends of the Sinnoh region. So here is one of the first mythicals. This is Shaman, and then it can become its sky form by having a Gracidia flower. Pretty sure it probably mentions it in here. Yeah, Gracidia flower right there. Mentions it there. And he is the god of all Pokemon. The strongest Pokemon in existence. Arceus, however you want to pronounce it. And it has multiple forms. It can change its typing. It basically has plates. It's called the Alpha Pokemon. And it can change its type depending on the plate you give it. Yeah, so he's the god of all Pokemon. And then we've got Fione, probably the most useless Pokemon in existence, and Manaphy. And they do not mention Manaphy from the from my favorite movie on the Pokemon game, from the Pokemon series, Temple of the Sea, the one that May had. And then here's Heatran. Here's Heatran, and here is Darkrai. Darkrai is a very dark Pokemon, and it's considered an evil Pokemon. And then here's Cresselia. Cresselia tames Darkrai, because it says like it tames Darkrai's nightmares and all that stuff. And then we got Giratina, who many people consider the devil Pokemon. There's its origin form and its normal form. It was banished to another dimension, and that's where the origin form, because it was considered a dangerous Pokemon, and it was known as the devil to many people. And then we got Palkia, and then we got Dialga, right here. Very cool stuff. And then we've got the Lake Guardians. We've got Azelf and Mesprit. And then we've got Uxie. And then here's Regigigas, the king of the Reggies. So yeah, I'm going to skim through this as quickly as possible. And then we've got the Mythicals and Legends of the Unova region. That's Reshiram, and that's Zekrom. And we've got the Swords of Justice. This is Cobalion and Virizion. And then we've got Terrakion and Virizion. That's Keldeo, not Virizion. We just had Virizion. That's Terrakion. And that's Keldeo, and there's its Revolute form. It doesn't talk about the movie. It doesn't talk about the movie where it fought Kyurem, because I've got the movie and it fought Kyurem. Victini and Genesect doesn't talk about the movie. But it all says that Team Plasma created it. I think it said something about Team Plasma. And then there's Victini, the victory Pokemon. And then we turn the page here. We've got Tornadus. And we've got Thundurus. That's Tornadus. That's Thundurus. And we've got Tornadus. And then this is Thundurus. And then we get another episode from the anime, The Rage and Revival of Legends. This basically goes over Black and White's anime, where they stop I think, if my memory serves me correctly, I didn't watch much of the Black and White anime, but I did see this. I think, yeah, Team Rocket was trying to use these Pokemon, and Giovanni got involved. I don't know, I didn't really watch the Black and White anime. I didn't really like it. And then we got Zekrom and Reshiram, the main legendaries of Black and White. And then here is Kyurem, and it's two, I wouldn't call these evolutions, it's more fusions. This was the Pokemon that created fusions. It fused into Black Kyurem is a fusion of Zekrom and Kyurem, and White Kyurem is a fusion of Reshiram and Kyurem. And then we got Malouetta, and then in the anime over here, we get the story of Ash's relationship with Malouetta, which we don't really care about. And then we got the Legends of the Kalos region, the Yveltal, Xerneas, and Zygarde. The music you're hearing in the background right now is their battle music. And then we got Volcarona. Here's Xerneas and Yveltal, or Yveltal. This one is the life Pokemon, where it gives life to others. It revives the dead, revives the dead, and I think this one basically destroys. I think it destroys life. It absorbs life of energy. That's what it does. And then we got Zygarde, and its different evolutions. It kind of reminds me of Cell from Dragon Ball Z. Like, the more energy it gets, it transforms and evolves to a more stronger form. And then we got Hoopa, possibly the most annoying Pokemon in the entire anime. And then we got Diancie, which I don't know much about Diancie, but we got Diancie here. And then we got the Alola region. We're almost done. This is Solgaleo and Lunala. That's Miguna. I've got no knowledge of Miguna. We got Cosmog. Cosmog has its history with Ash, but that evolves. And we got Solgaleo here, and Cosmog became the first legendary to ever evolve. That's what. And then there's Lunala. So yeah, that became the first Pokemon legendary to ever evolve. Then we got Necrozma, and then Necrozma fuses into either Lunala and Solgaleo. And then it becomes Ultra Necrozma. And then we got Marshadow. And then it's Zenith Marshadow. And then we got the Tapus. We got Tapu Bulu, Tapu Fini. And then over here is Tapu Koko and Tapu Lili. And then we got Zeraora. Don't know much about Zeraora, but apparently Ash has history with it, because it says it here about Ash. And then we get another backstory from the anime, but we're gonna skip that because we don't care. And then here we have the final page, the one about the Galar. We got Zacian and Zamazenta. So this is the final page. Here is Zamazenta and its hero of many battles, and then here is its crowned form. And then we got Zamazenta in its hero of many battles and the crowned form. And then we got Eternatus, big boy Eternatus. And then they go over the Legend of Sword and Shield from the anime. I haven't seen Journeys, I haven't seen Journeys, but we're going to skip that. Here's Kubfu and Urshifu from the Crown Tundra DLC. And then we basically get more, and then we got Galarian Articuno, Galarian Moltres, and Galarian Zapdos. There's no picture of these Pokemon, which is very unfortunate. Then we got Glastrier and Spectrier, and then we have Calyrex. Unfortunate they don't have any pictures of these Pokemon. I do know what they look like. And then we got the Unknown region. We got Meltan and Melmetal. And that's basically the end of this book. And on the back here, this is where the poster was, but I pulled it out. Anyway, and that is the back of this book, and we're done reading it. So I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope you guys learned something about some of the Pokemon. I like legendaries. They're like my favorite parts of the Pokemon games. I'm very much looking forward to Scarlet and Violet, because they'll eventually add those to this book. But anyway, this has been Patrick Valentine, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.